for anyone who's never heard of EMDR and doesn't know what we're talking about here or thinks it might be dance moves, can you just explain what EMDR is?
Yeah, it's an 8 phase model where that begins with taking sort of a general history of a client's background and what they may have gone through, including a general idea of whether or not they've been through some traumatic events, but we don't go too deep into it at that phase. It's just kind of like, what's the themes that we're dealing with here? But we spend most of our time actually building up resources, which are what resourcing means in EMDR is creating methods to contain our emotions, to build our window of tolerance to dealing with distress within sort of like a controlled manner with some psychoeducation and all of that. And then spending the rest of the time, after doing some researching or resourcing and history taking, identifying sort of a target to work on. So a target could be a single traumatic event or just a memory that is extremely troubling, something that there's that a theme, again, going back to themes, right? A theme of something that you're struggling with, such as feeling sort of helpless or hopeless or low self-worth or feeling alone. And essentially following a thread so eye movements is part of the name, but it's not actually exclusively eye movements. Essentially, as you're sort of thinking and feeling about this target, you're also doing some things that we call bilateral stimulation, which is essentially engaging both sides of the body, the brain. Eye movements is the classic way, but you can also tap your body. There are buzzers that some people use. You can even toss a ball back and forth between your hands. You can walk, you can sway. There's many different things. And between utilizing bilateral stimulation with your therapist guiding you
Mm-hmm.
and following the thread of the memory, clients end up in a place where formerly they felt worthless or alone or extremely disturbed by a traumatic event that they couldn't move past, to a place of a more settled, peaceful, resolved place.